Hi, I'm Tati, and I'm back from BookNet Fest. So this is the Back from BookNet Fest tag, and it was originally created by Injiri from Onyx Pages, and I'll leave that original tag video linked in the description. Question 1 is to explain your BookNet Fest experience in one word. And for this, I'm going to go with motivational, and I think that's actually the word I used last year too. Number 2 is what was your favorite session and why? And for this, I'm picking one of the panels, and that was it was the My Hobby plus the Industry panel. And that's because I felt like I learned a lot about how the publishing industry intersects with the reviewing community. Number 3 is what's the most interesting thing you learned? And I think one of the most interesting things I learned was actually in that panel, and it seems kind of obvious, but it was about following up to like book hauls or unboxings with videos or posts that are specifically dedicated to one book. Question 4 is, were there any conversations you had at BookNet Fest that you think we should keep talking about as a community for the rest of the year? There were lots of great conversations and discussions at BookNet Fest. Something I discussed a couple of times was new adult. I would love to see some changes, and I think it's an interesting discussion for us to talk about in the community what we want new adult to be versus what it is and what it's turning into. Something else that really stood out to me was actually something that was discussed in a panel, and that panel was the Small Platform, Big Platform panel. And it was about creators sort of supporting each other and helping each other by sharing their content, and doing that across different platforms. And I think that's always something that's important to keep in mind. Number 5 is what was your most memorable moment? And there were lots of memorable moments, but I'm going to go with getting a book signed for the first time in person. And there's actually a clip of that I'm actually in by coincidence that is in a tweet, and I'll link that tweet in the description if you're curious. Number 6 is, in what way does BookNet Fest bring value to the bookish community? BookNet Fest being an event, a whole event specifically for the internet book community, the online bookish community, and people who interact with that, I think is so valuable to the community. Number 7 is show us your swag, book swap treasure, or something you got from a vendor. So at BookNet Fest this year, I got a bunch of bookmarks, plus my badge for this year, and a pin, which is awesome. I love it so much. And I talked about this in my BookNet Fest vlog. And I also got 4 books. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, Trouble from the Start by Rachel Hawthorne, Collateral Damage by Taylor Simmons, and Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. And I talked about all of those books in my book haul. Number 8 is to shout out a few content creators who were at BNF that inspire you. There were so many amazing and inspiring content creators at BookNet Fest, and I tried to narrow down to a few, and it's still a lot, but here they are. Of course, the 2 creators of the event, Sam and Marinez, and then there's Alexandra from the Bookish Fairy and Sam from Will for Booze, who both have awesome blogs, and then some amazing booktubers who were at the event, Amber from Amber in O Face, Zoe from Read by Zoe, India from Life is a Page Turner, Chloe from Brunette Bibliophile, Kelsey from Kelsey Reads, and Haley from Haley in Bookland. And a few authors who were there as well, Taylor Simmons, Emily A. Duncan, Paige Lavoie, Alexa Dunn, and Nina Moreno. Number 9 is, if you plan to come next year, would there be anything you would change? Something like that. There isn't really anything about the event that I would want to change that I can think of. I personally, myself, would love to actually use the collaboration room if they still have it next year. I'd also love to get more pictures with everyone this year and to just do a better overall job of vlogging it. But as far as the event goes, there's nothing I would change about the event. I had an amazing time. Then number 10 is to please share your prom portrait or any pictures or videos of you having fun at the event. And as I just mentioned, I didn't really get a lot of pictures of myself at BookNet Fest, or much video for that matter, but what I did get is in my BookNet Fest vlog, which will be linked in the description. And that was the Back from BookNet Fest tag. I will leave the original video linked in the description, as well as links for anybody that I talked about and for the BookNet Fest website. If you liked this video, please give it a like. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye! I try not to spoil myself because I use the book I'm currently reading. Why would I do that? I don't know. And I'm gonna cut some of this out because I'm rambling now. Question number 7 is to show us, which is actually the book I'm currently reading. And when I'm looking for it later, I'm not gonna remember that it's over here. Anyway, reading vlog for that book coming soon. Later.